year after year, and it's just one of those battles. But again, those days are long gone, and now it's a new regime. Now, Manville does have Coach Kirk Martin back. Coach Martin started this program back when Manville started years ago. He's now back and got this team again going the right direction, though you wouldn't know it from the record. They played a couple of really good squads. Of course, we'll see Angleton later this year as well. What we're going to do before the game here, we got about 8 minutes till kick live from Freedom Field here Friday evening. Football District 10 5A Division I, Friendswood versus the Manville Mavericks.
And welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now we're joined as always by the head coach of your Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Jordan Johnson. And Coach, last week, congratulated you on your first win as a head coach of Friendswood. This week, I'm just going to congratulate you on that first district win and being 1-0.
Yeah, it's always good, no matter what, if you go 1-0 in district. And one of the biggest things for us going into that game was just trusting each other. And we've been talking about job descriptions and responsibilities for a while now, and just making sure that guys are buying into what their responsibility is, not overreaching. And that was a theme of the week for us last week, and I thought that we hit the nail on the head.
Coach, a lot of people saw that game and they saw Kempner coming in and, record-wise, score-wise, and I think some people were a little surprised, to be honest, in the first half of what y'all were seeing that night. But I don't think you were surprised.
No, I think it's just, a matter of competitiveness, and I think one special thing about Friendswood is you're going to get everybody's best shot. There's no doubt about that, and that's something that we tell our kids, and last Friday was a great depiction of that, it being 28-12 at halftime. One thing I did like about our mood at halftime was, as a program, our players weren't happy with the way the first half looked. So, the way that reflected in the third quarter, I thought that you saw that. We came out, scored quickly, didn't give them much room on defense, and really took control of the game.
Coach, watching the offense last week, Brock Foster had just another stellar game. A lot of that was to Adam Buffington, but it seems like really, we can go on about both those two, but it seems like he's comfortable with his, it's not, he didn't have that one guy, he can just soon go to Garrett Mickey 5 times in a row too. He seems comfortable with everybody out there as far as the receiving core right now.
Yeah, I think when you can spread the ball around and kind of move the hit chart, it helps everybody. Even from a scheme standpoint of where we want the ball to go, if you can distribute it a little bit, those times where you want it in a certain spot, it's certainly a lot more easy to do that. Brock has done a good job just getting his eyes in the right spot, by the time he snaps the ball, and getting the ball where it needs to be, and that's a big thing on offense.
No, for sure. Again, most importantly, last week is it's a district ball game. You're 1-0. Coming into the two Friday nights game now here at Manville. A lot of people might go, "Wow, Manville's 0-1," but of course they played Angleton, another team. Both those teams are picked at the top of the district, so you're definitely gonna have your hands full this Friday.
Yeah, certainly. I think one thing that I try to refrain from, just for my own mindset and preparing for a team, I take very little. Their record means really nothing to me. I just go based on what I see on film, how they match up against us, and what I feel like is the best thing for us to do offensively, defensively, and on special teams. So the record's aside, it has nothing to do with the ball game.
Coach, of course, Manville now comes in with a new coach, but not a new coach for them. Coach Martin, back even in your day was kind of the having going to get some state championship opportunities. Takes a different direction. His coaching career goes to college, goes back to high school, and now he's back home. That was your day, correct? I mean, Coach Martin was there back when you were playing. Is that correct?
Yeah, because he opened the school.
Yeah,
correct?
That's right. Yeah,
That would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been when I was in high school.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, we haven't really played We haven't played Manville last year. Lost in a close game last year, and really before that, hadn't played him in a while since those power days back then. But obviously, in high school football, it's a different group every year. Anyway, so I feel like the past is definitely the past in this in this rivalry here.
Yeah, I think so. And one thing that we're trying to get our kids to buy into is, although the emotions of football are necessary and fun, and rivalry games are necessary and fun, we want our kids to take opponents and kind of remove the name jersey and figure out what the plan is for that week, figure out how to implement the plan in practice, and go about our business just like we would any other week. And I think our kids have done a really good job with that.
Oh, I would agree with you 100%. Coach, the last thing is, y'all have had kind of the comfort of Henry Winston for 3 weeks. Now you're on the road. Does that really change anything on a Friday? Besides just leaving early?
The only thing it really changes is that we don't get our community feel here at Henry Winston special. We'll definitely miss that. Other than that, the only thing it changes is we eat 5 minutes earlier depending on where we go. We give them their travel bags Thursday morning and just wear them out about packing it and putting all their stuff in there, so we're not showing up at Freedom Field and I'm getting told by 4 kids they don't have their socks or something silly like that. So those are the logistical changes for us. But as far as how we function and our pregame routine and all that, you add in a bus trip, and that's really the only thing.
That's right. That's what I like to hear right there. Yeah, it's not a vacation. It's going over there, take care of business, come back Saturday with a 1-0 record this week. Well, Coach, again, congratulations on the victory last week. Starting district off on the right foot. It's a gauntlet, as we talk about every week, and this Friday night's no different.
Yep, that's right. We're excited. Thanks for having me.
Again, that's Coach Jordan Johnson of your Friendswood Mustangs, and we'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Pregame Show.
Adam's a good athlete, and I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I think Brock was 364 total yards last week. So, he could be the MVP, it seems like, every game, but we try to spread that around as far as our MCS player of the game. He did a good job, though. I'm happy for these guys. The defense is playing really well, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I may be a homer, but we really should be 3-0. We should have beat Texas City. We've only allowed 41 points this young season, and we scored 128. So we've had some good offense. Defense has played really, really well. Just had some, mental errors on that Texas City game that kind of hurt us in overtime.
One thing is I was looking through the stats last week, Coach, is Friendswood, and we haven't done this recently in years past. Is right now we're +4 in turnover differential.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Plus.
We're on the plus
4,
side?
yes.
What?
Yes, and I want to say that Manville, coming in this game, last in district, -4. That goes into play in some of their record right there. Because we have, unfortunately, been on the other side of that number.
Yes, there was a time, I want to say last year or before, we were -13
Yeah, we were
going into the 5th game of the
We
year.
were double digits, yes.
Double digits,
and that does not help your record at all. So having that +4, we've done a great job being aggressive on that ball hawking defense, taking advantage of some turnovers on the other team's offense. So, yeah, it's that's a huge benefit right there for us. To get this win tonight, and we expect nothing but a battle here. We're going to need to keep that going. Right now, Brock Foster does come in the district leader in yards, 642 yards, 8 touchdowns, almost a 50% completion ratio. And Coach, one thing too about Foster is he spreads it around. We talk about Adam Buffington, the great game he had, no doubt.
Right.
But he has no problem going to any of those other receivers that he has.
Oh, he's had great confidence, and Garrett Mickey's had a good season,
Yes.
the first game of the year. So, yeah, I like to spread that around, not kill one guy. I look forward to seeing what they do. They haven't done a ton with the H-back with number 99, Noah Beebe. They've only thrown to him a couple times, but I'm sure they're going to start kind of putting him in the mix a little more. He's a big kid. He's got good size. He can kind of rumble, bumble, stumble once he gets that ball. So
Absolutely.
He does a good job.
No, absolutely. Now, this looks like Friendswood loses the toss. Yes, they do. So Friendswood will get the ball here to start this game. Friendswood in their icy whites.
I like them.
I like them too. Manville in their white pants, red top, white helmet with the M on the side. The Hoka is down there. They're ready to go. And again, this is going to be a battle tonight. We appreciate y'all listening in here on our YouTube channel. Tell your friends. We're here all night. And appreciate y'all chatting us up. I know Coach Fritz is on the board over there, and he will Definitely let us know who's listening. And I know you said Donna Nelson already. We appreciate you listening as always.
She said she's in her usual spot. So
well,
I'm glad to have her.
We are in our usual box at a nice little press box view here, now a little higher than usual.
Yeah, it's a little, I'd call it beyond decent.
For sure. All right, ball 35, and he is going to get down to the 34, and that was Jackson Lee. I saw we are a little higher here. That's a 6, not a 9.
Yes, that is. That was a great return.
Jackson Lee. Either way, beautiful return for the Mustangs. That's going to set up shop on the Manville 35-yard line. First out of the gate are your Friendswood Mustangs.
Yeah, great return. Good setup, good blocking up front by those guys. He did a great job of finding the seams and just kept on running. And he held the ball in his hand, so we do not want to have a fumble. So good job by him taking care of the ball.
We'll see, too. One thing we're talking about, will Friendswood open the playbook up a little now? They've been very conservative so far with the amount of plays they've been running, so we'll see what they'll do or not. They do start off doubles formation. A BB now is going to motion over, going to come to that H-back. Now it's going to be trips left side. This short side trips formation. Walker Winters left side, nowhere to run. It's getting about a yard loss. Going back to the initial line of scrimmage, almost to the initial line of scrimmage, to the 34-yard line. So quickly now it's already third down, and they're going to say third down and 10. Doubles formation stacked this time for your Mustangs. Foster going to pass the ball. He's hit. He throws. Incomplete and almost intercepted through the hands of Adam Buffington. Let's see. I'm see that was their number 17 from Manville.
Slaughter,
Mr. Slaughter just had the ball in his hands and dropped it.
Yeah, hit him right in the hands. He should have got that and went and pick, and he definitely got some yards on the return.
4th and 10 now for your Mustangs. Ball is on the 34-yard line of Manville. Abibi's going to stay in the backfield this time. He's going to get in that H-back formation. Twins left side, single receiver to the right. Oh, pressure, and Foster's running for his life and throws it away. And there's nothing he could do about it. By the time he got the ball, was already going for his drop. He got 2 steps back and had 2 men on him.
Yeah, that was number 16, Jalen Palmo, who got in there quickly. It looks like with the the offensive line didn't account for him. He was able to get in the backfield very, very quickly.
That's one thing, Coach, we've talked about. Friendswood's offense has done a great job. The offensive line has done a real solid job, but we're going to see some players tonight on Manville that we've just not seen so far this year. They just have a little different style tonight for your Mustangs. So a quick 4 and out. Manville comes out in the same formation as Friendswood, doubles on both sides. Quick drop pass out to the receiver, incomplete. Quarterback for Alvin to start the game. Manville to start the game is Roman Seymour, sophomore. They will have Jackson Hamilton play some quarterback as well. Looks like tailback for Manville tonight is going to be Jerry Sweeting, number 22. Again, twin receivers both sides. Back to pass, got a man caught, 50, 45. Just dragging Friendswood defenders down to the 38-yard line. Number 19, that's Cade Caton. Beautiful pass by Seymour right on the money, and Caton gives Manville field position now in Friendswood side of the field.
Yeah, that's going to be a free play anyway because Friendswood had jumped off sides, and they didn't, of course, call the play dead. They went ahead and gave it to him, so might as well throw it down the field and see if they can make something happen.
Absolutely.
And they did.
Again, just underway here, 10:45 in the first quarter. Again, Manville, twins both sides. Seymour back to pass. Goes high. Caton caught. Nice grab. Seymour threw a bullet. That was a 3-yard gain. Caton went up and grabbed that ball right at the 35. Ball's on the right hash. Caton's on the short side of the field. Seymour handoff. Going to be about a 2-yard gain is all for Sweeting.
Looks like Manville's trying to do a little hurry up, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, which is fine. Friends will see that every day in practice. 3rd down and 5 now for the Mavericks. Manville moving right to left. Same formation. Sweeting offset to Seymour's left side. Twins both sides. Seymour back to pass. It's incomplete. Intended receiver that time was Clerkley for him. So both sides, they're going to stack them. Again, this is just very similar to what Friendswood did just a series before. Sweeting offset to Seymour's left side. Man in motion from the right coming down to our left side. Seymour back to pass. Got a man incomplete, throws it wide, and that is a turnover of downs for the Mavericks. So Friendswood defense holds So one drive for both teams, and both teams go for it on fourth down and come up empty.
Yeah, it looked almost like a mirror image of each team. Those seem like
sure did.
the same formats and the same plays as they're going through there. Quick shout out again. We mentioned Donna Nelson. Thank her for listening. Coach Butler listening up. Mikey's there.
Yes.
Good to have you, Coach Butler. And it says Broncos Retro. That is Mr. John Merritt, our guy, our statistician, our spotting board
I
extraordinaire.
know. I was just looking at his artwork here in front of me. It's impeccable as always. Brock Foster on the keeper, right side, runs to the 40, 45-yard line. He gets a first down all by himself, 12 yards. Again, we talk all the time, boy, when Foster gets going ahead of steam, he just rumbles and stumbles right through there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going super fast, but nobody really catches him from behind.
No,
so he's got those long strides.
Absolutely. Twin receivers left side of BB in the H-back, single receiver right, handoff. No, fake to Winters. Oh, that ball was tipped. Good play that time by the corner. He's looking for Jackson Lee. That was number 2, Caleb Riggs on the defense. And again, just got a hand in there and quick defensive backs right there, Coach.
Oh, yeah, he read that one for sure the whole way. They probably seen that one on film.
Foster back to pass, got a man caught right at the 50 and drop. That's Winters. Winters lined up in the slot that time. It's going to be a 5-yard gain. Now going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 right at midfield.
We're going a little Wildcat, it looks like.
Here we go, yes. Going to have a Winters draw. Going to be about 3. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2 now. And they are going to go for it, Coach. 4th and 2. Ball's on the Manville 47. Going to have a quad set this time on the wide side of the field. Single receiver up top. Got a quick screen out. Oh, my goodness. That was caught, but quickly dropped. That was Garrett Mickey just trying to set up a little screen for him, and the blocking was not there.
Yeah, Avery, as you said, Demery on that play made a good job, number 1 for Manville, and that play wasn't going anywhere. It didn't look like it was close to getting the right yards anyway.
That was a 4-yard loss in that play, so Manville now great field position for the Mavs. 1st and 10 on the Mustang 49-yard line. 8:47 left here in the first quarter. Here from Freedom Field tonight. We'll update the other District 10-5A games as we go this evening. Every week's a big one here in 10-5A. Twin receivers left side, single receiver to the right. Seymour barks it out, handoff, and he's going to get about a yard. Again, that's going to be Jerry Sweeting. And that is going to be a 2nd down and 9 now for the Mavericks. Both defense really showing what they've got so far this game. Twin receivers left side, single receiver right for the Mavs. Sweeting, oh, goodness, he was brought down. Had a little running room that time. It looked like
47.
Was that Collins?
Connor Collins, yes, sir.
Came in and blasted him. It's going to get about a yard and a half. So I thought he had a lot more in front of him, and then all of a sudden Collins came out of nowhere and just blew him up. 3rd and 7, as you hear, for the Mavericks. Again, they're in Friendswood territory. Ball's on the Mustang 46, right side hash. Manville's going to go twins to that short side of the field. Single receiver wide. Got an H-back look as well. Both teams very similar on offense so far. Looks like Sweden out of the backfield. Oh, pitch! 40, 50, 40, 30. Can go! 20, 10, and brought down inside the 5, and that is the man, Landon Davis. Coach, he's just itching. We talk about it every week. Thought he might have one. He does not, but he gets it down. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 7-yard line, Landon Davis. And, again, we talked about turnover differential to start this game, Coach, and there's another one for Friendswood right there.
Great read on that. They were going to number 19, Cade Canton, as he came from the backfield, the tight end. I kind of looked at myself and thought, what if they could throw to that big guy? He's a big kid. And Landon Davis just jumped right in front of that pass and took that almost to the house. To me, it looked like almost a face mask at the end of the play as well. But they didn't call it, so my opinion doesn't really matter, I guess.
Landon Davis, great return right there for the defense. And Friendswood inside the red zone in the Manville at the 7-yard line. We're going to have 2 backs in the backfield. Now Buffington doing a little tomfoolery. Oh, Foster, nowhere to go, just swallowed up. Buffington motioned in, motioned back out, trying to set up something. Foster just had no breathing room, Coach. And so far, the difference what we're seeing here is that Manville's defensive line and that pressure, Friendswood so far has just not had an answer for it.
Yeah, that's the most defensive pressure we've had so far this season, if
Yes.
you ask me, there to pressure the Mustangs. I know they're winding up in a trips here trying to do something. I might do a little toss to the back of the end zone from Buffett and see if he can go up and get it.
You got Buffington one-on-one. That's the short side of the field. You got trips to the right side. Foster on the keeper, little quarterback draw. Gets to the 5-yard line. He's going to gain about 3. It's going to be a third down. Oh, they're going to mark him at the 6, actually. So 3rd and goal now from the 6. And both teams just struggling to put some yardage on right now.
Yeah, this is the earliest they've ever had Brock run the season so
Yes.
far. He's had definitely 3 or 4 design runs here, and that's the most they've had as far as the season is concerned.
So 3rd down and goal now for your Mustangs. Ball is at the 6. Winners trying to find some running room and just nowhere to go. Brought down nearly close to every tackle. You got a minimum of 4, maybe 5 Mavericks every single time.
Oh, they got big 99 in there. Andrew Jones, the 12th, the senior defensive lineman in there for Manville.
Yeah.
It's a big old boy down there, and he is taking care of business on the inside. We're not getting much inside there.
They will bring on Reagan Rudolph.
You got to have some points here.
For sure. This will be a 21-yard attempt. Ball's right in the middle. Ball down. Kick up. Kick is good. And your Mustangs go on top 3-0 over the Mavericks. 5:52 left here in the first quarter. And, Coach, it has just been an offensive struggle so far tonight. I mean, those points were all attributed to Landon Davis right there and his, trying to do the math, almost a 50-yard return on that interception.
Yeah, I'd love to get a 7 on that, or 6, I should say, but we'll take the 3. We got to get some points on the board, so at least I hate to play from behind for sure. Want a quick shout out to a few people there who's watching there. Matthew Reyes is listening. My boy Matthew. Yeah, he graduated with my son Garrison. I used to play basketball on a little summer team, and then he just got too big for the game of basketball, and he's doing great. He's at the Naval Academy, if I'm not mistaken.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I love his mom and dad. They're good people. Jag Sports, that's Mikey Butler. I think that was his uncle that was in last week, if I'm not mistaken. And then Luke the Nuke. That's not Luke Gurton, is it?
Coach, I don't know many other the Nukes.
I don't know. Maybe it is. And then Carter, I'm going to mispronounce his name. It's Krejci. Kreitch?
I'm going to let you say it. That's all.
Carter, I apologize. We're having you guys
well,
listening.
we're loving, yeah, absolutely.
He's listening from Hitchcock, so glad to have you, Carter.
Awesome. Appreciate that as well. Friendswood will kick off. It's going to be a short kick, fair caught at the 35-yard line of Manville. And again, so far, it's just been the offense has just gotten nothing from either team right now. Both defenses really showing their strength. Friendswood's 3 points have come off the interception return from Landon Davis as Reagan Rudolph put it through. So, again,